Here are 5 things I would do if I start my financial journey all over again. I mean, all over again. 1, open a Discover card. And the reason I say a Discover card is because when I started my financial journey of credit and debt and jobs and all of that, the only credit card that I was able to open up was a Discover card, and I'm grateful for that card, even though that is the card that I used all my credit for. But I'm still grateful for the card, but I feel like I should have used that card strategically. That should have never been my only card or my end all be all card. What I would have done differently is open up the Discover card or whatever card you can open up at the time and use it for bills, whatever minor bills you have at I was 19 at that time, and use it for 6 months. Then open up a travel card or any rewards card that you would earn points from your purchase. Granted, Discover is a points card, but for me, I want to travel, I want to see the world, and a travel card is the card that would make sense. So once opening that card after 6 months, use it again the same way you're using with Discover as bills, and then get your credit. 2 is to save 3 months of your expenses. I know as a first-time adult, someone who is new to adulting, your expenses may be different. It may be lower, it may be higher. But if you have 3 months, you have enough money in your savings that will help you with if anything was to happen, if you was to be laid off, or if you was to go back to school and you need that time, those 3 months for school, who's to say? I believe that the 3 months is way better than the 1,000 emergency fund, but I understand why the 1,000 emergency fund is there. It's somewhere to start, whereas 3 months to 6 months makes sense. So if I was to do it over, I would have 3 months of my living expenses saved up already, like off the bat, not touching it. Maybe even put it in a CD. Who knows? 3 would be to invest in the stock market, acquire more knowledge around the stock market, because it's going to get more expensive by the time you're in your 30s. It's gonna get more expensive by the time you're in your 40s. It's gonna get more expensive by the time you're in your 50s. So why not just learn about it now, invest in it as much as you can during that time, or invest in your business. I know for me personally, during that time, I was considering different business avenues. I was thinking about selling lashes, because that was a thing during that time. Like to the point where I was contacting people and getting quotes and all of that. I feel like had I truly invested in my ideas, where would I be right now? I don't know. But invest in the stock market or invest in any business ventures, any ideas you have that could potentially bring you in some money. I think this one ties into the next one, which is 4, is to have a second job. If a business is not something you desire to have at this time or in this moment, or the stocks is just, have a second job. Have a second job while it's just you. Because it may not just be you come the next few years. So while it's just you and you just gotta worry about yourself, get a second job. Keep a second job. And what I would do with that second job is the second job would go straight to your savings account. I've done this before and I found so much success. I was working at Best Buy at a time, and while I was working at Best Buy in the same mall, I was working at Primark, and Primark's check was going straight to the savings, and the money I accrued during that time, it was just chef's kiss. I wish I would have done it longer. It does take a toll on your body, because at that time I was doing college and 2 jobs. That that was a lot. It does take a toll on you. But if you're in the space, especially during seasonal times, use it. Get the money. Get the bag, because then your future self will thank you for those. And five is live within your means, but also enjoy your life. You never want to go through life and like you did not have a good time. You didn't travel, you didn't explore, you didn't meet new people. You just made the money and paid the money. That's not fun. So live within your means while also having fun. This means going out to see if there's free events. Hosting, I think hosting would be a big one. Hosting your friends and make it a potluck. They've had this trend of each person bring a different color. And then from there, you only have to provide 1 or 2 things. Whereas by the end, you have a platter of things. You have a spread of things. So living within your means while also living life. I think those two sometimes seems like they don't go together, but in this household, in this side of the YouTube, they go together. Because I found budgeting and financial freedom draining when I thought they didn't go together. So I'm gonna figure out how to make them go together. Comment down below, what are the 5 things you would do differently if you was to start your financial journey all over again? Like full range, all over. From the time you open up a credit card, what would you do differently? I'll see you in the next one.